Ladies and gentlemen, the live auction will begin shortly, and the silent auction will close at 7:45 p.m. Now, please welcome to the stage Johnny Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling here tonight? Thank you all so much for coming out and supporting Junior Achievement. We are going to ask that you look at your programs that were skillfully placed right there on your seat, and you go to the back of your program. There's a perforated page right there in the back. Make sure you check that out. You're going to receive a text message. You've received a couple of them from Greater Giving. That'll be your bidder number, so make sure you have your bidder number, which will be from the text message you received from Greater Giving at checkout. If you have not been able to at check-in, if you have not been able to successfully check in, the solution is let one of the students know at your table, and we'll get somebody to assist you, because we want to make sure that everybody here tonight has a chance to give. Our first giving level here tonight, if you're able to give to Junior Achievement, we're going to ask that you make a gift, and the gift options are right there on the back of your program. The first giving level to sponsor a whole school and includes membership in the Free Enterprise Society is a one-time gift of $10,000. If you're able to make a one-time gift of $10,000, would you raise your paddle in the air or raise your program in the air to make a one-time gift? And then we're going to ask that you fill it out on your program. It's perforated, and you can tear it off. If you're able to make a one-time gift, if you would, fill that out, the last page of your program, and then hand it to the student sitting at your table. Anybody else able to do a one-time gift of $10,000? Wonderful. Our next giving level is half that. We're going to go in descending order here tonight. It empowers 250 students. We met a couple of them here tonight, but we want to empower more than that at 250 students, and provides a $1,000 scholarship. It's a one-time gift of $5,000. If you could do a one-time gift of $5,000 on the count of three, 1, 2, 3, raise your paddles in the air. Thank you so much. Thank you so much in the back of the room again. Y'all can give them a round of applause. That's wonderful. We're going to ask that you fill out the last page of your program, hand it to the student at your table. If you did not check in and you still want to donate, we want to make sure that's an easy choice for you. Just ask the student at your table, and we'll get a representative to assist you with that. Our next giving level here tonight, we went from $10,000, still you can do that. We went from $5,000, still you can donate that to Junior Achievement. The next giving level is a little bit lower. It allows the Junior Achievement programs to be delivered digitally to 35 classrooms, and that is an amount of $3,000. If you could do a one-time gift of $3,000, if you could put your program in the air on the count of three, 1, 2, 3, put your programs up. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you in the front. Wonderful. Y'all give them a round of applause. It's a one-time gift of $3,000 back to Junior Achievement. It's where we're going to ask you to fill out the information in the back of your program. Everything that's in black will be everything that needs to be filled out and completed. And the good news is we have those pins from our Junior Achievement students. And the last giving level to receive that pin is on our centennial number. It's a very intentional number for our paddles up. If you're able to give a one-time gift to celebrate Junior Achievement centennial year of $1,919, would you put your paddle in the air on the count of three? 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Thank you. A one-time gift of $1,919. That is because our centennial year is this year. A one-time gift of $1,919. It goes to Junior Achievement. That can help things like celebrate what we do in the community and the schools. Our next and near final item for you guys to give to provides funding for a JA program in one classroom. You can help all the students in one classroom for a simple donation, a one-time gift of $500. If you could put your paddle in the air, if you want to make a one-time gift of $500, we'd ask you put it up high and then fill out the information right there in your program. On the count of three, let's try it. 1, 2, 3, put them up. There we go. Look at all the hands in the air. That's wonderful. All the way to the back of the room. That's so great. Y'all give them a round of applause for all the donations. This is Paddles Up. If you still want to give and you decided I'm not going to put my hand in the air, but I do want to give the Junior Achievement just a tax-deductible donation, you could do so by filling out the last page of your program. And the last giving level is going to be Other. You can fill that out. You can make it over $10,000 is where we started. You can make it at $1,919, wherever you want. But that is how we're going to raise about $100,000 here tonight. So if you would, give everybody a round of applause. Great job. Thank you for your donations. How many of you guys have been to a live auction before, Houston, Texas? If you're in a live auction, make some noise. I know you've been to a live auction. Let's try it again. On the count of 3. Houston, Texas. 1, 2, 3. Make some noise. There we go. Let's change the energy. I like that. We have 5 live auction items. My name is Johnny B. Johnny Bravo, native Houstonian. Worked in radio in this great city where I grew up for 16 years. Retired from that. Entrepreneur and business owner. So what Junior Achievement does is super important to what I do as a Houstonian in my community. Grew up with it. I want to let you guys know I'm a licensed auctioneer with the state of Texas. License number 698437. That is the official information. But let's get on with it. We have 5 live auction items. Everybody say 5. There we go. We have 5 live auction items. Here's how this is going to work. We have our wonderful bid spotters helping us here tonight from Junior Achievement. We have D. Where's D? Put your hands up. D's over there being quiet. Tiffany's over here in her sparkles. You got to be louder, Tiffany. There we go. Tina. There we go. Rebecca. And then Aaliyah right here in the front. Give me your scream. No. So in the auction world, the bid spotter goes, yeah. Give it to us. Okay, we'll take it. So if you have an item that you want to bid on, there's 5 of them. Look in the middle of your program. That is where we're going to find our 5 items. But our first item is a wonderful one. We want to thank ExxonMobil Fuels and Lubricants Company for this donation. This is Living Life in the Fast Lane, Las Vegas. This is going to be incredible. It's the fall NASCAR weekend. September 13th through the 16th, Stewart Haas Racing. 3-weekend stay at the Hilton Lake Las Vegas Resort and Spa, south of Las Vegas. Admission welcome. The cool thing about this is you get a police-escorted motor coach to the race with NASCAR. That'll be fantastic. That's our first live auction item. It goes for a lot more. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could, let's see our opening bid at $1,000. 1,000, now to get a 1,000, we have it in the front to get a 1,500. 1,000, to get a 15, you get it in the back of the room to 15, now to get a 2. $2,000, now 3. 2 to get a 3, 3 to get a 3,000, now to bid it a 4, 4 to get a 4,000, to get a 3,000, now to get a 4,000. 3 4,000, now to get a 5. 4 in the front of the room, can you get a 5 to get a 5,000, now to bid it, get a 5. $5,000. $5,000. Can you go to 52? 52.50. We got it at 5,500. 52 in the back. We got it at 52 and a half to get to 5,500. 52 in the back to get to 5,500. 5,500 down to get to 6,000. 5,500 in the front to get to 6,000. 5 to get to 6. To get to 6,000. I want to say it 2 times. Can't say $6,000. Houston, come on. 6,000. Now can you go to 6,500? 6 in the front to get to 6,500. To get to 6,500. 6,000 into 6,500. Ooh. He has 6. Can you go to 6,500? It's going to be great. Police motor coach escort. You get to take a picture with the NASCAR. $6,000. Can you go to 65? 6 in the front of the room to 6,500 in the back. 6,000 and to 6,500 to 65. 1, 2, 3. Sold. $6,000. Wonderful job. Thanks to our friends at ExxonMobil Fuels and Lubricants Company. That was fun. Our next live auction item. This is an item that auctioneers dream of. I've never sold this in my 15 years of doing live auctions for nonprofits around the United States, but this is one that is incredible. Turn your eyes to the screen, and you could be one of the 10 people experiencing something that is never really ever offered. It's the Memorial Hermann Thank you guys to Memorial Herman sitting at table 20 for your donation here tonight. Dinner in the sky. Imagine yourself on Fannin, up looking at the beautiful views over Houston, Texas, and you're having dinner. It's large enough for 4 helipads, for 4 helicopters to land right there where you're having dinner. The great thing about it is it's a hand-selected menu accompanied with wine and beverages and valets included. You and 9 guests on the heliport at Texas Medical Center to share. They will share expert knowledge on the operations of Memorial Hermann Life Flight Fleet. Incredible opportunity. So you not only have dinner, but you're going to learn on a mutually agreed upon time. Here's some cool facts about Life Flight. They do about 3,000 missions a year to help save those in our community. They have 6 Airbuses. 4 of them can land where you're going to have dinner atop of the city at the Texas Medical Center. They operate 24/7, 365. I know a lot of you guys are asking, can we take a helicopter to your dinner? That wouldn't be a good idea because Life Flight lands there. So don't stub your toe and try to get Airbused over in a helicopter. Our second live auction item, dinner in the sky. Let's go live. Here we go. But a bit of $2,000. 2 to get a 2, 2 to get a 2,000, down to get a 2,000. $2,000 to get a 10 to get a 2,000, down. 2,000 we got in the front. 2,000 to get a 2,500. 2 in the front to get a 25, now to get a 2,500 on the bit to get a 2,000. 25 now to get a 3,000. 3,000. You have 3. 3,000 down to get 3,000 in the middle. 3,000 to get a 3,500. Got a 35 down to get a 30,000 down to get a 3,000. 3,000 we have to get to go to 3,500. 3,000. You got 3,000. Get to go to 3,500 to get a 33. 3 back there to get a 35. $3,000 bid looking for 3,500. 3,000. 3,500 off the stage. Here we go. $3,500 bid to 4,000. 3,500 to get a 4,000 down to get a 4,000 down to get a 4,000 down to bid to get a 3,500 there to get a 4,000. 35 down to get a 34, 4 to get a 44 to 4,000. 3,500 to Leah. Let's see if they can do it. You can just split it. $4,000. Come on, Houston. $4,000. Can you get a 45? It's you and 9 guests. Total of 10 people. 4,000 now. Can you get a 4,500? Do it back for junior achievement. 4,000 to the back of the middle. You get a 4,500. 4,000. You get a 45. I get a 45. I get a 4,500. Get a 4,000. Get a 4,500. We got it. 45. Back at my table. 35. I think that's what it is. Thank you. 4,500. Get a 5,000. 5. Get a 5. Get a 5. 5,000. We got it now. 6. 5,000. Can you go to 6,000? 5 in the middle. You get a 6. Get a 5. You get a 6,000. 5. Tom. Can you go to 6? $6,000. Woo! I should have stretched. 6,000. Now can you go to 6,500? 6. We got it at table 35. You got it at 6. You get a 6,500. Then you're gonna come back in and get a 6. Not a good time to see how tall you are. 6,000. Get it to 6,500. 6,000 out of the room to get a 65. 6,000 goes once. Looking for 65. 6,000 goes twice. 6,500. How about 7,500? Can you do 75? 67. 7,000 outbid, short-lived ownership. It's going to be like the night, actually. You're going to have helicopters hopefully landing. 7,000 at a 7,500. It's an easy number. CPAs love it. Just 7,500. 7,000. Table 35 has it. Get a 7,500. 7,000. The right side of the room. Can you get a 7,500? 75. And you get a 75. You get a 7,000. 7,500. Oh, no. See, Tom, that's not what you can't do. You can't wonder who has the bid. See, you got 75 in the middle of the room. You can't wonder if you're going to go to 8 or 8,500. They have 70.
It's maybe somebody I care about.
Well, you probably do, but why don't you go to 8,000? Y'all can split it. We go to 8,000?
8,000.
$8,000. Y'all give a round of applause. 8,000. I'm afraid to walk this way to run back that way. We just found out it didn't stretch well enough. 8,000, get 8,500. 80, get 8,500, get 8,500, get 80, get 8,500. 8,000. She's like, I'm out. 8,000, get 8,500. 80,000 goes once. Looking for 85. 8,000. You in at 85? 8,500. He just put his hand up. 9,000 outbid. How about 10? Easy number. Will probably sell it quick. Hopefully not. 10,000. Can you get a 10 and you get a 9, you get a 10, you get a 10,000? Just split it up all the way. It's $100 or $1,000 each. Just make them donate it back to Junior Achievement. Now to get it to 10,000. Now to get a 10, 10, to get a 10,000. Now to get a 10,000. 9,000 goes once, looking for 10. 9,000 goes twice, looking for 10. $9,000 looking for 10. All bids. Looking for 10. I'm letting them decide. Can you go to 10? Can we go to 10? 9,000. 1, 2, 3. Sold. Tom, congratulations. Wonderful. That's going to be an extraordinary experience. The next live auction item, our third one here tonight. Incredible. It's like a mini hotel. This is unbelievable. I was talking to people at the live auction scenario over there, and they go, we have something like this in Galveston, times 10. So you don't have anything like this you've experienced in Galveston. It's a 3-story, 7-bedroom with 6 master suites. I sell high luxury residential real estate, and this is an incredible property in Destin, Florida, our third live auction item. You get a round of golf at Chartreuse or Camp Creek Golf Club for 4. Everybody say for 4. We'll take it. I like how your inflection went up. That was perfect. 7,200 yards of fairway. The courses designed on this at Destin, Florida, when you go play golf for 4, are designed by the world's most winning designer. Also, his name is Tom Fazio. He's designed local golf courses such as River Oaks Country Club, Houston Oaks, and then one of our silent auction items, Carlton Woods. You get a rooftop deck with Gulf views, private pool with a lanai, which is a patio, and it sleeps 28 guests. That's a lot. That's a mini hotel. Destin, Florida on Scenic 98. Here we go. Our next live auction item. Open to bid at $2,000. 1, 2, 3. Get a 2, 2 to get a 2,000. We got it now 4. 2 to get a 4 to get a 4,000. We got it a 6. $4,000 bid in like for 6,000. 4. We had it in the front to get it a 6. 4,000 to get a 6. 6,000 to get a 4 to get a 6. 4,000. We have it in the front to get about 5. 5 to get a 5,000 to get a $4,000 bid looking for 5 to get a 4,000 to get a 5 to get a 5 to get a 5. Where do you got them? $5,000. There we go. 5,000. Can you go to 7? 5 to get a 700 out of 7,000 out to get 7,000. 5,000. We have it looking for 7 for junior achievement. 5,000. Can you go to 7? 5,000. Sleeps 28 guests. You got 7? Where are you? You're at 7. $7,000. Leah, thank you. 7,000. How about at 8,000? And you get 8,000. 7 in a minute. We got another 8. $7,000 bid at 8. Do it back for junior achievement. We could do it. Let's help spread the love. $7,000 now 8. You got 7 over here to get 8,000. To get a 7,500. How about that? $7,000 bid looking for 7,500. 7,000 to get a 7,500. 7,500. We got it now 8. $7,500 bid in 8,000 to get 8,000. $7,500 bid at 8. $7,500 goes once. Looking for 8. 8,000. 8,000. How about 9 to get a 9,000? 9, you can say it 3 times to get a 9,000. Now they did a 10. 9,000. We have to the back of the room now. 10. We go back to that well over there. 9 to get a 10,000. To get a $10,000 bid to get a 10,000. 9,000. How about 10? Are you good at 10? Is that naughty yes? I'm going to come and check. 9,000. Not a good time to wave. Who are you waving at? Look, she's like, I'm ducking like a duck. 9,000. How about 10? 9,000. We have it over there to the 10,000. 9 to get it to 10,000. To get a 10,000 is over here in this table 42. 10 to get a 10,000 down to get it. Are you good at 10? Can you do 10,000?
10,000.
$10,000. Destin sleeps 28. Destin, Florida, $10,000 to get it for 11. 10 to get 11 down. I get 11,000 to get 11,000. PwC you get 11,000. PricewaterhouseCoopers we got 10 back under there to get 11,000. 11 to get 11,000 to get 11,000. It says it in the table. That's how I can do it. Table 16. That's how you got to do. I read fast, think fast, talk fast. It's all a great little combination. 10,000 back there to get 11. 10,000 goes once looking for 11. 10,000 goes twice looking for 11. Outbid $11,000. Thank you so much. 11 to get a 12. $11,000. Laura, can we go to 12? 11,000 to get a 12. To get a 11 and a half. We'll take it. 11,500 now. Can you get a 12? Thank you so much. 11 and a half to get a 12,000. 11 and a half to go to speed it up. 11 and a half to get a 12,000. To get a 12,000. Yes or no? It's George Strait was last night. And it's a real simple song. It says check yes or no. Can you go to 12,000? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, good. Is this your wife? What did she say?
I said, how do you feel about this?
She said, how do you feel about this dessert? It's delicious. I love the conversations. 11.5 to get to 12,000. 11,500 goes once. Looking for 12. 11,500 for Destin Sleeps. 28 goes twice. Looking for 12,000. All bids in Houston. Sold. $11,500. That worked. I want to thank the Paddock and the Beam family for their donation here tonight. Thank you so much for that. It's a beautiful property. How many of you guys want to increase your wine stock at your house? This is a good time. Make some noise if you want more wine at home. Obviously, you haven't been drinking wine tonight. Okay, good. 20 elegant wines. All of them have a high valuation. You can enjoy Cabs, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Merlot, Champagne, Opus 1. 20 elegant wines. You can have it. You'll get it at checkout before you leave here tonight. Our opening bid for 20 elegant wines. I want to thank all of the various members of the JA board that donated the wines. If you're part of the board, if you would, stand up so we can say thank you to you before we sell this next item. If you're part of the Junior Achievement Board, if you would, just stand up real quick so we can honor you here tonight. Y'all keep those applause going. Let them feel the love for all their time. Want to thank the Junior Achievement Board. Also, we want to thank them for their donation for these wines. Thousands of dollars worth of wines. The only restriction on this item is don't drink it all at once. That's my note, and I liked it. Thank you, Ryan. Opening bid for 20 elegant wines from all over Napa Valley and so much more. Opening bid at $3,000. Here we go. Let's go live for 20 elegant wine to get a 3. Do you see it? 3,000. Now we get a 4. 3,000 on the bid at a 4. 4. We got to the back of the room. Can you get a 5? How do you get a 5? I saw 4 back there. Can you get a 5? I saw 4 in the back. Can you go to 5,000? Can you go to 5? I saw 4 first. Get a 4, about 4,500. 4,500. I will take it at a 5. Look at this guy. He's pointing like, look right there on the screen. Not a good time to point. $4,500 bid to 5,000. We got 45 up here in the front. Can you go to 5? 45 in the front. You get a 5,000. Now you get a 5,000. 5 to get a D. Do you have anybody to 45 now to get a 5,000? 5,000 to get a 6. 5. We got it now 6,000. 5 to get a 6. Now to get a 6,000. 5. We have it in the middle now 6. 5. Can we go to 6? 5,000 looking for 6. 20 wines. This is going to be great. Pop it, drink it, enjoy it, savor it. 5. Get it to 6,000. 5. We have it over here. And how about 5,500? Where you at 6? Can you go to $6,000? Yes. Are you at 6? $6,000. There we go, Houston. 6,000. Thank you. He's drinking. He's like, look, that's a good glass of cab. 6,000. Now get it to 6,500. 6,000 into $6,500 bid. $6,500 bid. We got a 6. And get to 6,500. 6,500. Looking for. We got a 6. 6 goes once. Looking for 6,500. 6. 6,500. Suncoast back in. Thank you. $6,500 bid to 7,000. 65 to get to 7,000 to get to 7,000. 65 goes once. Looking for 7. 6,500 goes twice. Looking for $7,000 off the stage. 7,000. We got to work this and try to get more for Junior Achievement. 7. We got it over there at 7,500. I don't know whether it's you, but is it you at 7,500? 7 to get a 70. 20 wines. Delicious. 7,000. Do you have a wine cellar? Do you have a wine cellar at home?
Yes, I do, yes.
Do you have a lot of empty spaces in your wine cellar?
Not much.
Not much. Well, you know, the good thing is you have a garage?
Yes.
Oh, and you donated some, Ryan. Can you go to 7,500? How about 7,250?
Let's go.
7,250. Thank you, Ryan. 7,250 now. 8. How about that? 72.5 to get 8,000. 72.5 to get 8,000 to get 8,000. 8,000 to get a quanta. Can you get 8,000? Oh, there's Paul again. I met you guys out there. Oh, I should have known better. I should have known to stay away from the Gregories. 72.5 to get 8,000 to get 8,000. Do they enjoy wine?
Yes.
You're a man of many words. You're a great interview. Vandermeer would love to have you on the show. Your name is Duke. That is awesome. 72.5 to get 8,000. About 7,500. 72.5 to get to 7,500. We got it now 8. You're out. This right here in the auction room means half, but I know that meant you're out. in nonprofit world. 7,500 now. Anybody coming at 8,000? 7,500 looking for goes once. 7,500 looking for 8,000 goes twice. 7,500 for Junior. He just waved. That was so anticlimactic. 7,500. 1, 2, 3. Sold to the Gregory family. Thank you. That's going to be delicious. Oh, here we go. How many of you guys want to go to Costa Rica on a trip? Oh, that woke you up? Okay. This is an unbelievable trip. Here's something fantastically interesting. This home has its own website. It has its own website simply because the owners of this home, we want to thank Janet and Tom Hannick over at our table 35 for their donation. It's been donated to so many nonprofits, including Junior Achievement, that they've raised about $1 million donating their property. So y'all give them a round of applause for that. We want to celebrate that with you tonight. Thank you so much, Janet and Tom and the Bahanic family. Breathtaking views. Their son says the favorite part of this property is it has grass in a backyard, perfect for entertaining. When you have 6 bathrooms, 7 days, that's a full week in Costa Rica. Pura vida. Unbelievable. Well, the main floor of the villa has an open concept floor. Kitchen goes into the dining room, into the living area. Outdoor dining with a grill at home. Watch the boats in the bay or listen to the monkeys and hear the beautiful birds as they sing. This final live auction item, we're going to hopefully get it to a good bidder. We're going to close it out. We're going to close it fast in a good way, hopefully. All the money goes back to Junior Achievement. Here we go. You're close to bars, restaurants, and boardwalk. Ladies and gentlemen, open a bid. Here we go with $3,000. Let's go live. We got a $3,000 bid at a 4. $3,000 out of 4,000 to get a 5,000. 4 to the right of the room to get a 5, to get a 4, to get a 5, 5 to get a watch this. Watch this. I'm not going to drop the mic. 4 to get a 5. I saw 4 back there. You're going to go to 5. 5,000. We got it now 6. 5 to get a 6,000. I get a 75. 6 to get a $7,500 bid at a 75. I had to get a 75. 6,000. Left of the room to get about 7,000. We'll do that. That's easy number. 777. 6,000. Get a 7,000. I had to get a $7,000 bid. 6,000. $7,000. $7,000 about 7,500. 70 at a $7,500 bid at 7,500 to get a 7,500. $7,500 bid at 8. $7,500 bid at 8. 80. Get I saw 75 over there. Not going to get 8. I saw that 75 over here to get 80. 8,000. Go back to the Junior Achievement at 75 to get 8,000. 7,500 looking for 8. 7,500. Can we go to 8,000? You got 8,000. $8,000. D, stay with them. 75 to get 8,000. Now get 8,500. Hey, 70 to get 8,500. Get 8,000. Get 8,500. 8,000 left out to get 8,500. $8,000 looking for 8,500. 8,000. Can you go to 8,500? 8,500. 8,000 on the left looking for 85. 8,000. Now get 85. How about this? You'll do it at 8,000, is that right? Will you go to 8,000 and we'll sell both of them? You get your own week, figure it out yourselves. We'll get the Bohannic family to take it. They do 8,000, you do 8,000, sold. Will you do it? Yes? Will you put your paddle in the air so we can confirm it? I don't want to do a head nod. We're at 8,000 on that side of the room. If we can do 2 of them at 8,000, the Bohannic family has confirmed we'll do 2 for $8,000. The money goes back to Junior Achievement. You get a full week in Costa Rica on your own, not including the other family. It's your own time. 8,000. Can we go to 8,000 as well? Not interested? Do you have the bidder over there? We go to 8,000. They're not going to do it. How about 7,500? It goes back to, we'll do it. There we go. We'll sell it for 75, 75. Sold, 75, 75. That's $15,000 to Junior Achievement. We'll take it. Congratulations. Came in last minute. Thank you guys so much. My name is Johnny B. Johnny Bravo, owner of Johnny Bravo Entertainment. Y'all have a fantastic night. God bless. Thank y'all for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you were unable to get your donation in on the schoolhouse sales we will have JA staff around to collect those from you. Please let them know by holding up your program with the card on the back of it. Now, please welcome back to the stage our MCs, Mark Vandermeer and Evan Goodson.
All right, how about another hand for Johnny Bravo? And one note here, how about a hand for all these kids here tonight? All these kids from Junior Achievement. How about this guy? He decided that it's okay to let me back up here again.
Yeah, I'll give him one more crack at it.
He's going to give me another crack at it. Thank you very much. By the way, I'm on the Junior Achievement Board here, and I mentioned Evan job shadowed me. And when you have Junior Achievement kids job shadow you, you're the one that benefits. These kids are so fantastic, and you see all the great things that JA does throughout the greater Houston area and beyond. It's fantastic. I also have my golf tournament coming up April 8th at South Shore Harbor Country Club, presented by Insperity and S&H Manufacturing, and many of you are part of that, and I appreciate that, but we encourage you to play. We have a few slots left, so log on to the website, find out more about that. I have to get the plug-in for the golf tournament, so pardon me. You want to play? Want to play, maybe?
I destroy you.
You destroy me. You get to cut school. I mean, that would be a great time. Monday, April 8th.
Please welcome Greg Garland, Chairman and CEO of Phillips 66 and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Junior Achievement of Southeast Texas.
And Joe Burke, President of JA of Southeast Texas.
Thank you, gentlemen. You want to leave the script? Want to leave your script?
It's in here somewhere, guys. It's this way.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You guys can find
We'll keep Evan. We're not sure about the other MC.
Joe's getting the script. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We're glad you're here supporting Junior Achievement and these great kids that we have in our community today. So that was actually kind of what I was supposed to say there, Joe.
Yeah,
so
pretty
that's
good.
So you're
Pretty
up.
good. I am. So there are many important, worthwhile organizations responding to the challenges of today, but we're focused on trying to solve the problems of tomorrow. Those who know us know that we do not feed the poor, but we do provide for those who hunger to change their circumstances.
So it was 100 years ago that Junior Achievement was founded. So if you would, please turn your attention to the screen as we celebrate JA's centennial.
We started in 1919 in Springfield, Massachusetts. An answer to the questions raised by a changing world, where people moving from the farms to the cities lacked the skills and support needed to find their way forward. We endured through the Great Depression. We grew nationally with the expansion of the interstate highway system, and globally with the advent of the jet age. As the economy moved from manufacturing to service, we entered the nation's classrooms. We were one of the first organizations to bring computers into schools and ran global business simulations years before the creation of the World Wide Web. Internationally, we persevered through the changing tides of history, offering hope in the townships of South Africa in defiance of apartheid, helping to rebuild lives in Eastern Europe after the fall of the Berlin Wall, giving young entrepreneurs the tools to navigate emerging economies around the world, and empowering young women in the face of those who would seek to marginalize them. We have endured depressions, recessions, wars, conflicts, and apathy. We have reached 100 million people and have helped them become more likely to finish school, earn a degree, start a business, and escape poverty. Our efforts have been lauded by educators, universities, CEOs, and world leaders, and most importantly, by those whose lives we have helped change for the better. Now we begin our next chapter. In 2019, we are turning 100. And while we honor our history, it's important to note that we view it as the foundation for our future. Today, 60% of employers say recent graduates lack basic job skills. 90% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. And 72% of Americans say they struggle with money-related stress. Our goal is to ensure that the next generation is 100% ready to take on the world. Some may say this is work better left to those that are younger, newer to the scene, more innovative. But you don't make it this long without being innovative, adaptable, and open to life-changing ideas. Because when you start marking your age in centuries, it doesn't make you old. It makes you timeless.
One of the tremendous rewards of this job is you get to work with a lot of great staff members, and you've seen them throughout the room, and a tremendous group of passionate and dedicated leaders who lend so much of themselves as they serve on the board of directors. And I know there are many current and past board members here, so if you could please stand so we can recognize and thank you. Stand, come on.
We're here tonight to honor 3 outstanding leaders. What is unique about this recognition is that our goal is to reach far beyond tonight and to inspire our students through the examples set by these great individuals. Through an interactive simulation at JA's Capstone facility, our students can learn more about the inductees who provide this inspiration and serve as role models, demonstrating the very best of free enterprise. We're also very honored tonight to have in attendance a few of our past laureates. So I call your name, if you would, just please stand up so that we can recognize you. Sue Burnett. Albert Chow.
Albert's down here.
Bill Easter.
Bill's right over there.
Kathy Linney.
She's some kisses out here. Oh, there she is.
And Don Wu. Hey, Don. Don brought friends. Thank you for being here tonight, all of you, and for all that you've done for JA over the years. I'd also say we'd note the passing of 3 of our laureates, Barbara Bush, Bob McNair, and John Mendelson. We're forever grateful for their many contributions to our community.
Yeah. Events of this size take great coordination and leadership, and so I'd like to thank the members of the event committee, Duke Austin, Tom Bohanec, Joe Cunningham, Pete DeLongshaw, Bill Easter, Robbie Jones, Nilafar Malavi, Scott Prohaska, and Don Wu. Please accept our gratitude.
Okay, let's get on with it. So Mark, Nevin, you're back up. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
How about it for Joe and Greg, ladies and gentlemen? So Evan here might be a future laureate. We talked about some of the past laureates. Who's ready to meet this year's class? Let's go. We always like to introduce them in a very special way. So would you please now welcome to the stage Gloria Varela, a junior at Jones Futures Academy in Houston ISD.
And Zach Schuhart, a 4th grader from Sampson Elementary and Cy-Fair ISD, to introduce our first honoree.
Good evening, Zach. I am delighted to be here with you today to introduce our first honoree. What an opportunity for us to don our Sunday's best and show off our skills. That said, I'm a bit surprised by your choice of footwear. Running shoes?
Well, Well, our first honoree, Miss Janet Clark, was CFO of Marathon, so I figured this would be most appropriate.
Zach, Ms. Clark was a CFO of Marathon Oil Corporation, a global energy company, not a company in any way affiliated with running. What did you think CFO stood for?
Chief Fitness Officer?
Chief Financial Officer. You know, the person who manages the financial actions of a corporation? I'm not sure what to do with you, Zach.
Don't worry. I learned in my JA class that I have a knack for all things financial, so maybe I can be CFO one day.
There's hope for you yet. Perhaps you could. And if you do, I hope you achieve the same level of success and do as much for the community as Ms. Clark. Let's take a look.
Janet Clark grew up as one of 5 children in New Orleans.
I had a wonderful childhood. I have 3 wonderful sisters and a younger brother. We are all very close in age. We're all best friends to this day.
Family played an important role in Janet's upbringing.
Both my mom and dad, I think it's a real tribute to them that all 5 of us kids are so close to this day. I'd also say when it comes to business and career, clearly my father was my role model. He was the CFO at Mitchell Energy, and I had a career as a CFO at a number of different oil and gas companies. So clearly he was a role model for me.
Janet began her career in finance at a time when there were few women on Wall Street.
I had one vice president ask me, "Why do you want to be an investment banker? You're a girl." I had another fella say to me, "Don't you think you're too short to be a banker?" So there were clearly some issues to overcome there.
Using tenacity and humor to meet these challenges, Janet built a successful career. While prosperous, she found she didn't enjoy investment banking and left to pursue other opportunities.
Very quickly, I got an interview with Santa Fe Energy Resources, which was a fairly large independent E&P company.
The move to the oil and gas industry represented a significant change.
In terms of talking about challenges, I had no idea what I didn't know. First day on the job, I started realizing what I'd gotten myself into. My first reaction was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get fired and I'm gonna embarrass my parents. But my second reaction was to ask a lot of questions, to rely on my team, to trust my team, and to acknowledge that I needed help. And so it was a very steep learning curve, but it was a great experience.
Facing challenges never daunted Janet, and in 2003 was hired by Clarence Casalot, then CEO of Marathon Oil Corporation, to become the company's CFO.
And it was funny because I remember Clarence asking me, "Well, Janet, I'm sure you're highly qualified, but you're working at a very, very small domestic oil and gas company. How are you going to make the leap to a company like Marathon?" And I explained to him that the leap from Nuevo to Marathon was huge, but nowhere near as big as the leap from investment banking to an oil company CFO.
In 2013, Janet retired, but remains active in the community, supporting Yes Prep, Teach for America, and the Houston Symphony, among other groups.
I have lots of hobbies. One of the great things about being retired is you get to spend a lot of time with philanthropic organizations. I'm also on a couple of corporate boards that kind of keeps my toe in the water in terms of business. But I like to play tennis, I like to hike, I like to bike, I like to ski, I like to swim. And it's probably a good thing I like all those activities because I really like to cook.
Janet's passion for learning was evident throughout her career, a recipe for success she shares with students.
Education is absolutely the foundation of the success of the rest of your life. It doesn't mean you don't have to be a financial success, you don't have to be a success in business, but you have to love learning, and the best way to love learning is to apply yourself all throughout your school years.
Janet Clark, 2019 inductee into the J.A. Hall of Achievement.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Miss Janet Clark.
say, Zach and Gloria, that was the best introduction ever. Thank you, thank you. I think you can tell from that quick video how fortunate I am. I have a fabulous family. My sisters, I've got 2 sisters here tonight out of 3. My brother is here. I've got 2 nieces out of my 7 nieces and nephews. One niece is an immigration attorney. The other niece is in her 6th year as a kindergarten teacher. So very proud of them. But you know, education is important as well as family. And our parents were so focused on education from our very earliest days. And it wasn't just about getting good grades. It was about learning. And I remember coming home from junior high one day, and I said, Mom, I got 100 on my math test. And I didn't even study. And she said, oh, that's terrible. She said, you would have learned so much more if you had studied. It's about the learning, not just the grade. Now, I don't have children of my own. Very fortunate to have my 7 nieces and nephews who I love. But I am very fortunate that I am in the position that I can give back to the community by being involved with a lot of not-for-profit organizations. And, you know, Houston is blessed with so many dedicated teachers and so many dedicated educators. But the results of our public schools are not where we need them to be. And so on top of those dedicated teachers and educators, we have a number of nonprofits who are focused on improving the quality of education so that all of our children can have access to a quality education. All of them can have that. And to that end, I've got Mark DeBella, who is here from Yes Prep as a CEO, and his wife Erica, who is a teacher. John Mangum, who is CEO of the Symphony, and we do so much through the Symphony outreach in terms of education and community, and the arts are, in fact, a very important part of education. Thank you. Junior achievement is a huge player in the area of education, has been around forever, and what's so important to me is that not only does junior achievement help students grasp their financial literacy and become enamored of entrepreneurship, which is really the engine of growth of our country and opportunity for our children. But they also focus on the values that are so critical, that ethics and integrity are important, honesty is important, respecting everyone, every individual, regardless of their background, is so important. And one of the most important values to me is the power of collaboration. And when I look around this room, I think about the fact that it takes a village. And we have a village in this room to make Houston a better community and make quality education available to all of our children. So thank you for this honor. I am very humbled.
One more hand for Janet. All right, please welcome to the stage now Jaden Piedra, a 5th grader at Conley Elementary in Aldine ISD.
And Zaya Minta, a 3rd grader at Pat Reynolds Elementary in Spring ISD, to introduce our next honoree.
I'm thrilled we get to introduce our next honoree, Mr. Greg Ebel. He's enjoyed a truly successful and interesting career. Zaya, you don't seem excited.
Well, let's just say I'm not easily impressed. So tell me, what's all the fuss about?
Mr. Ebel grew up in Canada, was a multi-sport athlete, and was even invited to try out for the Canadian Football League.
Canadian football? They have the craziest rules. They always have too many men on the field, and they only have 3 downs, which, by the way, I assume is somehow related to the exchange rate.
After that, he went into business, worked for the Canadian government, and World Bank before pursuing his career in the energy industry.
Again with Canada.
He ultimately became CEO of Spectrum Energy, and when he merged with Enbridge, he became chairman of the board for the joint company.
Mm-hmm.
And did I mention he was in JA when he was a kid just like you and me?
Why didn't you start with that? I can't wait to hear the story. Let's take a look.
Greg Ebel was born and raised in Canada and attended multiple schools as his family moved several times during his childhood. These experiences helped shape Greg's character.
That type of childhood gave me a great perspective on different experiences, different communities, different people, and learning to stick your hand out and say hello, which obviously very valuable from a business perspective. Well, maybe the one thing that was always a constant push by my parents and my brothers and sisters was competition and don't stop moving or you'll get run over. So I'd say that was the basis of my growing up.
Greg honed his competitive spirit through sports and learned valuable life lessons, including the time he failed to make the football team in grade 9.
And very disappointing, but it really forced me to really focus, okay, I gotta be faster, I gotta be stronger. And by the time I got to next year, and I was actually at a different school, at a bigger football school, I actually made the team, and I was captain of the team for the next 2 years for high school, and then same in college, and even had tryouts in the pros. So I did not like losing, I did not like making it, but it really influenced me to, all right, well, if you get knocked down, get back up, figure out why you didn't succeed, make changes, and go out there and make it happen.
After college, Greg joined a research business focused on studying the benefits of the original Canada-US Free Trade Agreement.
That introduced me to the minister responsible for trade in Canada and privatization. I went and worked for him. Privatization was big at that time, which got me to go to Washington to work for the World Bank because the wall was coming down in the Soviet Union and they were privatizing, and I was deemed an expert at 30 years old. And then that opportunity introduced me to some energy companies here in North America.
Greg served in a variety of leadership roles for companies in the energy industry, continuously learning and growing along the way. He served as president and CEO of Spectra Energy and assumed the role of chairman of the board of Enbridge after the merger of the two companies in early 2017.
I've been really fortunate from a business perspective to have worked for executives and CEOs and prime ministers, etc., who have given me responsibilities far beyond what was warranted by my experiences. So they took a chance on me, and that was very influential whenever I've been able to do it, giving people the opportunity far before maybe one would expect them to get it, and taking that risk on those young people has really paid off, and I think it was really influenced by people taking a chance on me.
In 2015, Greg became a citizen of the United States.
Most people probably don't even think I'm an immigrant, but I think it's the face of America. You're going to have people from all over the world coming here because of the freedoms and opportunities that exist.
Along with a sense of curiosity and persistence, Greg offers this advice to students.
Have a positive outlook and smile. I think people forget how many doors are opened by people smiling. Smile kind of just, you never know where that's going to lead to. So have that positive attitude, smile. If you project that, it'll be projected back to you.
Family and giving back to the community are priorities. Greg and his wife Terry focus their philanthropic energy on several issues, including literacy, economic empowerment, and fighting human trafficking.
Terry is a great motivator, but she's also an individual that really tells me straight up how it is. I love that. And obviously your children as well too. Your children remind you what it's like to be a kid. They remind you kind of the opportunities that exist and them being open to things in the world and look at it with a much more imaginative eye than maybe as we get older we forget to do. So that's great, and that gets extended now, and I'm very happy about that with grandchildren as well.
Greg Ebel, 2019 inductee of the J.A. Hall of Achievement.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Mr. Greg Ebel.
Well, that was fun. Let me first of all thank Jaden and Zia. That was a pretty awesome introduction, and maybe we should go on the road together because people like to poke fun at me, and you did a really good job, Zia, so I like that. I am a Canadian and an American and a very proud Texan, so that's all I got to say. Let me first start by congratulating my fellow inductees. It is definitely an honor to be recognized with both Janet and Gerald, both outstanding leaders in our community and just two great examples of what's great about living here in Houston. Let me also pay tribute to my wife and give her a big thank for all her support, love, and care. She is a spectacular confidant, I want to tell you, my rock and the one who really keeps me grounded and on target. It said that in the video, and I can assure you she keeps me on target. Her grace and tact, frankly, have taught me a lot about getting the right things right. So I love you, babe. Thank you very much for that. So many friends in this audience tonight, I have to say, and I want to thank all of them for taking time out of their busy lives to join us and celebrate junior achievement and all that it stands for. Whether it's my Enbridge family, my business colleagues, JA relationships, or my personal friends, I just want to tell you I'll feel much richer in life for knowing all of you and having each one of you in my life, both professionally and personally. You know, they come from all walks of life and different political views, backgrounds, different life experiences, and definitely different senses of humor, I can assure you. But that said, there is one thing that clearly ties all these people together, and I believe everybody in this room, and that is their belief in the free enterprise system and the benefits that it has, it does, and it will continue to provide all parts of society. There is no disputing the fact that the free enterprise system has brought more people out of poverty in the globe than any other system, economic or government system, ever was developed or utilized throughout history. The science on that is settled. It is without a doubt. And that's why I think it is so important that all of you support the mandate of JA to teach our children about and how to succeed in that free enterprise system. So here's three things that I would humbly ask all of you to consider doing to keep our free enterprise system where it is and vibrant. First thing, practice good in your free enterprising. Yes, build. Yes, grow. Yes, develop. Yes, be profitable. But yes, give back to your community in which you operate. And improve on what we do and how we do it. Do it honestly, do it ethically, and with a positive attitude towards all. The second thing, find ways to teach young people how they can use their free enterprising spirit to decide how they want to freely allocate their resources, whether it's mental resources, physical resources, or financial resources, for what they freely think is best for themselves, for their families, for their communities, and ultimately the country. And the third thing I'd ask you to think about doing is protect, promote, and ever improve our free enterprise system so that we can keep pulling people out of poverty and giving them the opportunity to realize their full potential. There is no other system that can do that faster or more fairly than the free enterprise system. And finally, to the young people and the students that are in the audience here, if you remember one thing from tonight, please remember this. Everything ever invented in this world was actually invented not once, but actually twice. First, it was invented by something you all have, the mind, as a vision, as a picture, and as an idea. Then, and only then, it was invented for a second time when that vision that was in somebody's mind became reality. So to all of you young people, each of you has the freedom to make your visions and ideas a reality. But you got to think it, you got to see it, and you got to believe it. And when you do, you will make it happen. Thank you very much for being here tonight, for supporting JA and this delightful honor. Thanks very much. Thank you, sir. Let's not forget that. Okay, glad.
Okay, how about Greg's hair when he was a kid, huh? Why don't you wear your hair like that, Evan?
My dad would never let me, ever.
Times have changed, of course. Please welcome to the stage now Sergio Torvar, an 8th grader at McAuliffe Middle School in Fort Bend ISD.
And Amelia Chandler, a 3rd grader at Broadway Elementary in Conroe ISD, to introduce our final honoree.
Good evening, Amelia. I'm so glad to have participated in Junior Achievement this year. The experience ingrained in me a real passion for entrepreneurship.
Oh, so you're thinking about starting your own business one day? My JA volunteer taught us that being your own boss can certainly be rewarding, but it is also a lot of hard work and a tremendous responsibility. Most business ventures fail for a variety of reasons, and it takes an immense drive to ensure long-term success.
My learned colleague, you make several cogent points. I'm sure it will most decidedly be a challenge, yet there lies its appeal. I always say, if opportunity isn't knocking, it's time to build a door.
That sounds a lot like our final laureate, Mr. Gerald Smith. He served as a pioneer in the world of finance and built a highly successful investment management business.
Mr. Smith is a terrific role model for a budding entrepreneur like myself. Let's take a look.
Gerald Smith is a native Houstonian, having grown up in the 3rd Ward.
My mom and dad were divorced when I was a young child, probably 2 years old, and my mom raised my younger brother and I.
Raised by both his single mother and grandmother, these two women played a critical role in Gerald's development.
My mom worked at a place called Buffalo Pharmacy, which was on the corner of Bissonnette and Buffalo Speedway in West U. And she used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to catch the bus to go to work. At the same time, my grandmother played a significant role because she really was a business person. She was the first entrepreneur that I knew that had her own business going back to the 50s and 60s. So that clearly had a huge impression on me when I was young.
With encouragement from his English teacher, Ms. Lockhart, and school counselor, Ms. McAfee, at Jack Yates High, Gerald attended Texas Southern University.
To this day, I understand the value of what Texas Southern provided for me. I graduated from college in 4 years. I graduated with honors. I had 4 job offers when I graduated from Texas Southern.
Having worked at Foley's while attending high school and college, Gerald opted to stay on after graduation. And it was there in 1974 that he started to learn about the world of investment banking.
So I met a gentleman who was president of an investment banking firm and befriended him. And it was through that process that I learned about investment banking.
Breaking into the field of investment banking would prove to be a challenge.
And I said, listen, I know you've talked to me several times over the last year or so, but I believe that the only reason why you won't hire me is because I'm blind. And I said to him, if I'm wrong, tell me the reason. And if it makes sense to me, you don't ever have to worry about hearing from me again. Because I know they were tired of hearing from me. But I said, if I'm right, I expect you to give me an opportunity. And he said, okay, you're hired. So that's how I got my foot in the door.
In 1990, after working in Houston and on Wall Street, Gerald decided to branch out on his own.
Put together a business plan, and I met a gentleman by the name of Liddell Graham, who was a investor managing money for Dean Witter, and befriended him and convinced him later to come and start Smith Graham with me.
Liddell Graham left the firm after 7 years to pursue a vocation in the ministry. Gerald and his team have grown the business over the years, and today, Smith Graham manages more than $6 billion in assets. Gerald shares a message for students.
Stay diligent. Be persistent. One of the things that I've learned over the years is that it's no way that I would be where I am today if the first time somebody told me no, I just accepted it and just moved on. And if I would have done that, I don't know where I would be, quite honestly, but I know I wouldn't be here.
Gerald and his wife Anita support a number of philanthropic endeavors, and he loves to play golf with his boys and his wife.
The other part is just being with family. My wife and I are very fortunate. We have 3 wonderful kids. My wife and I, Anita, enjoy, she loves to cook. We love to entertain. She's my soulmate. And, being with family it can't get any better than being with family.
Gerald Smith, 2019 inductee into the J.A. Hall of Achievement.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Mr. Gerald Smith.
Wow. First of all, I want to say thank you to Amelia and Sergio for that wonderful introduction. Let's give them a round of applause if you don't mind. You know, I was told that I had about 45 minutes, so I won't, but I will cut it down. My wife told me that'd be a little bit too much. First of all, to J.A., thank you for this wonderful honor. When I got a call from my good friend, Bill Easter, to tell me that I had been nominated for this prestigious award, I was saying, why me? And he said, well, Gerald, you really do a lot in this community. And I said, yeah, but a lot of people do. And, but with that saying, it really is truly humbling. I'd like to say, first of all, to my wife, who's here tonight, that I love you very much, and you truly are my soulmate. I also have here our 3 kids, Jackson, Jordan, and Joy. Would you all stand, please, my kids? You know, nothing makes you prouder to have kids who are smarter than you are. And all 3 of mine are, by far. And my daughter is probably smarter than all the guys put together. What can I say? I guess she gets it from her mom. But the real reason for being here this evening, though, is really to celebrate the achievements of JA. Can you think about it? 100 years. 100 years of serving, going about providing opportunities for our young kids and students, to provide them an opportunity so they can excel in entrepreneurship or working in other areas. And so for that, for junior achievement, for your 100 years, I say salute to you and congratulations. My wife told me earlier as well that she attended junior achievement when she was in high school. And I said, I didn't realize junior achievement went back that far, but sorry. But again, I was wrong. It goes back a lot further. Only kidding, honey. I'll pay for that later. But again, I'm an entrepreneur. And so I understand a little bit about taking risks, especially when you manage money. But the key of anything that you do, and this is one of the things I would say to the young people, it's okay to take risk, but make sure when you're taking risks, you quantify your risk. You take intelligent risk. When I was at Foley's department store, and for those of you who don't know about Foley's, Foley's was the predecessor firm for Macy's. I worked at Foley's all the way through high school and through college. And I had job offers there. And when I went to leave Foley's, my mom told me, Gerald, why do you want to leave Foley's? They're so good to you. You're making $28,000 a year, and you're going to go off and do something in investment banking that you know nothing about. But I thought about it. And, you know, she had me on the edge. I thought about maybe I should stay. They loved me, right? But I said, you know, this is an opportunity to do something back then that no person of color had the opportunity to do. And so I thought about the risk. I felt that I had, if I didn't make it, I could always go back to Foley's. Thank God I made it. But the fact is that taking that risk is the reason why I'm here today. I didn't do it by myself because I had mentors and others who provided insight and guidance. And that's one of the things that is so important for all of us here, is that it is important to give back, to help others achieve, to pull others up. I spend a lot of time with young people, and even my assistant tell me, why do you spend so much time with people who just want to meet with you? And I said, because someone else gave me an opportunity, and I want to be able to do the same for others. We have all been blessed to be a blessing. And I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to be blessed by you and JA. Thank you all very much for this honor. I am truly humbled and appreciative. Thank you very much.
Can we get a hand for all of our honorees?
So inspirational. Janet, Greg, Gerald, thank you so much. And how about, once again, these kids, the presenters, all the kids working the room, Evan here, the kids here tonight representing Junior Achievement. I think you could all see this is not a charity, this is empowerment. This is huge. It's great for America. These kids give me so much inspiration. These laureates gave me so much inspiration here tonight, and I'm sure you feel the same.
Once again, please welcome Andrea Martinez as we celebrate this great organization and take a trip down memory lane.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands missing. How do you do? They're really saying I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
All right, if you have purchased an auction item, please proceed to the checkout table to collect your winning items. And once again, how about a hand for our laureates here tonight?
We hope we will see you again next year. Thank you. Safe travels home.
And how about it for Evan here tonight, huh? Rock and roll! Drive safely, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you leave, please don't forget, if you're the lead for your table, feel free to take that lovely centerpiece home with you. You are welcome to take those flowers with you as you go. Thank you for attending.